Who would have thought that a city in Utah could have such a unique food scene?
Rick is here with O-Town Food Tours to tell us about how you can find some great flavors all around the Ogden area. Rick, we are so happy that you're here. This sounds like a lot of fun.
It's great to be here. I'm happy to talk about Ogden and the emerging food scene.
Okay, you moved to Ogden about 25 years ago, and you say you've seen the food scene evolve big time.
Big time, yeah. We were talking about Roosters was it back in the day, right? And the food scene recently, though, it's exploding. And so when you come on O-Town Food Tours, you have exposure to some of the best places that are coming up in Ogden. Also, some of the places that people are coming from Salt Lake to eat there now, which you couldn't have said back in the day.
It's really far, though, isn't it, to get to Ogden?
Yeah. So the joke is that it is 140 miles from Ogden to Salt Lake and 40 miles from Salt Lake to Ogden, right? But that's not the case anymore. I was at one of our stops. One of our taste partners, that's what we call them, is Tona. Amazing sushi Japanese restaurant, and I was outside there recently, and there's a young couple there from Salt Lake. They're trying to move to Ogden. Part of it was because of the food scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
part of it was because of the food scene.
What is on the food tour? What kinds of foods, what kinds of stops are we talking?
Okay, so we mix it up a little bit. We've got some sweet, we've got some savory. I mentioned Tona, we've got sushi at Tona. Table 25 is also an up-and-comer. It's approachable fine dining. Justin and Jamie Bueller are the owners there. Each of the stops doesn't just have amazing food, but they have great stories. So we're helping to tell the story of Ogden and its community with the food as part of the story.
So you sit down, you do the tasting, and then you talk about where you are and the rich history and the community behind that location.
Yes, so for instance, one of the stories we like to talk about is the story of the Porters and Waiters Club. A lot of people haven't heard of Porters and Waiters in Ogden. It's an amazing rich history between 51 and 59. We had this spot in Ogden because of Joe McQueen, who taught himself to play the sax, and Annabelle Weekly. They had a jazz club in their basement. We had folks like B.B. King, Marvin Gaye, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, taking the train, the Bamberger, from Salt Lake to Ogden to come and jam at the Porters and Waiters between 51 and 59. Hardly anybody knows about that.
I had no idea.
Right? And that's part of the history. So I get excited about telling people what Ogden is that they haven't heard about before.
That's really, really neat. I love that that history is part of the food tasting. So you're creating connection, conversation. How long does it take once you start the tour to complete? Are you out for a few hours tasting?
Yeah, so you're out for about 2.5, 2 3/4 hours. And it's kind of like a progressive meal. So you'll have 2 tastings at the first stop, 2 at the next stop, and then we're going to slow down a little bit because we want a Goldilocks kind of approach. We don't want you to be too full or too hungry by the end of the tour. And for the sweets lovers, we have amazing pastries. We have a cookie for the road at Brookie Bakes. We have an Italian bakery where we have the best cannoli in Utah at Sapori. And then we finish up at Queen Bee, which is an amazing emporium shop. But we stop with a chocolate tasting at the very end of the tour at Queen Bee.
Oh my gosh.
You've thought of everything.
You got to come.
You've got to think this through, right? When you take people on this food journey and this journey of talking about O-Town and Ogden and everything. What's the response been?
It's been fantastic. We're officially launching on Tuesday, but we've done 5 soft launch tours already. The guests have learned so much about Ogden. One of the things we do is I tell them to look up because in society we're always looking down, and you see all these vestiges of a bygone era on the buildings. You have 1898 on this building. You have old signs on this building. It's just been remarkable.
Okay, you've sold us. If this doesn't make you want to get up to Ogden and be a part of this, I don't know what will. This is really affordable too.
It is. It's very affordable. And before I forget, the price point is made so that folks can come on the tour. I come from the education community. I retired in July after 25 years in public education. I want my educator peeps to come on the tour. And so there is actually a secret code. You have to email me at rick@otownfoodtours.com, and you'll get 20% off as an educator or former educator. And we'll go ahead and pass that along to our education community.
Rick, I love that you're doing that. Everybody look at your screen because it has all the information. It's the midwinter launch special, 2.5-hour experience, all the food tasting for $75. His email's right there on the bottom of your screen, and we'll put a link on our website, abc4.com/GTU, and there's all the social media. Has this made you love Ogden even more?
I fell in love with Ogden a long time ago. Being an elementary principal, I was investing in the community in a very different way. I still have that passion for Ogden, so this gives me an outlet. Another thing that we do is a portion of our proceeds go towards families and children in the community and supporting agencies that support them, and that helps me to stay connected as well.
So much good.
Rick, thank you so much
Thanks for
being
having me.
on the show. Up next, broken bones are rarely